don't think it's any mystery that PlayStation 4 fans right now are incredibly jealous of Xbox One X owners, and with good reason. And so I thought, hey, why not do a quick video to kind of illustrate my point as to why that happens. Yeah, there's going to be some obvious ones in here, but there's going to be some not so obvious ones as well. And this is, you know, strictly my opinion, but it's what I've been seeing a lot of lately. And maybe you guys agree with me, maybe you won't, but at the end of the day, it's an open dialogue, and I can pretty much do the content that I want. But these are reasons that the PS4 owners are completely jealous of Xbox One X owners right now. 4K gaming clearly at the top of the list. We've been able to achieve true 4K gaming and much higher 4K gaming with a lot more things, including 4K assets than the PS4 gamers can do, which is something that is very, very much ticking them off. 4K assets is a sore subject with them because they're used to like the soup assets and stuff like that. We've also been able to achieve 60 frames per second on games that the PS4 Pro would never be able to. So more and more developers are giving us the 60 frames per second option mode as well. Also the ability to play 4K Blu-rays, right? Like, as much as people wanted to play it off like nobody uses 4K Blu-rays, there's a reason that these things are always rummaged through and sold out at different stores. And that's because Blu-rays look better than streaming media, and they always will. Obviously, also backwards compatibility with Xbox and Xbox 360. I know the narrative is, oh, well, you guys need to play old games. Well, the truth of the matter is, that's just some kind of bullshit stuff that PlayStation fans tell themselves so that they don't cry. You know, and I'm all about, you know, not making people cry, but at the end of the day, being able to play your older games, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a bonus. That's something that is there as an option. You don't have to, but it's nice to see it. And the fact that Microsoft has updated some of the older games in their 4K natively, wow, that's all the better, because at the other side, you see Sony selling remasters of remasters to people that should be able to just pop their disc in and play, or some other workaround. Obviously, the next thing is losing the power and resolution narrative. Oh boy, did this one sting, right? All generation we heard how Sony had the power, and that's why everybody loved the PlayStation 4. It was 1080p or death, 1080p, 60 frames per second. You're going to hear that a lot. And what happened? They don't have that narrative anymore, and we see that narrative has been completely dropped. Now it's all about the games. Well, excuse me, but it's always been about the games, and it's always been about the power as well. I'm a graphics guy. I think that graphics are fantastic. That's why I was always a fan of better graphics. That's why we upgrade our consoles. I just thought that there was nothing wrong with Xbox's graphics. Just now, they're just incredible with the textures and things like that. That makes all the difference, more so than any resolution bump ever could. But losing that resolution and power narrative, that stings. They're completely jealous. Oops, guess what, Sony fans? You just lost the NPD Sales Narrative too, even if it's just for a month. How's last place taste? How you doing down there, guys? How's that taste?
Yeah, you like it, don't you? Yeah.
No NPD win for you, sons of bitches. Okay, PUBG. Admit it. You want to play the game. You want to know what it's all about. All these PlayStation fans go on and on about how they have these PCs. They don't have PCs. And if they do, they aren't playing games on them. There's a reason why we're console gamers, folks. It's that we want to play consoles. And you wouldn't want to play PUBG if you're a console dude for the fact that you don't want to play against keyboard and mouse, right? So they want to play the game. They're jealous about the game. They damage control it, say it doesn't work, say it's 15 frames per second. But at the end of the goddamn day, they want to play the game. That's just the truth of the matter. And the fact that, 4 million probably or more are playing this game on Xbox One right now, whew, that's got to make them extremely jealous right now. The ability to change your gamertag, man, welcome to 2018. Man, we've been able to change our gamertag on Xbox forever. PlayStation 4 still can't do that. You can do this on the Nintendo Switch, but you can't on the PlayStation 4. Jealousy, I'm telling you, it's a real thing. Xbox is making all the noise right now. Game leaks, rumors, the Xbox One X outselling the PS4. The news is all Xbox right now. Meanwhile, Sony blew their wad years ago announcing games that were half a decade away. And I think that that's making them extremely jealous and uneasy as well. Because at the end of the day, guess what? Xbox fans are about to be surprised this year. And y'all rummaged and found your presents way too early, Sony fans. And you can blame Sony for that. Next up, game preview program. This thing is a godsend. It's the reason we have PUBG right now. It's the reason why we've had a lot of really good games. And I think that this is another reason why fans are completely ticked off. And with good reason, right? At the end of the day, the game preview program has actually provided us with a ton of quality content, and we get to help shape it, and then we also get a discounted price. Sony won't allow it. EA Access. Whew, this is a great thing, right? We get EA Access, which means we get full access to these games early. We get discounts. There's a vault where we can play unlimited games. It's fun. Why Sony doesn't allow it, I have no idea, other than to push their streaming service. But I'm telling you right now, it's all about EA Access. Game Pass, right? Game Pass is such a great deal. $10 a month, and you actually can download over 100 games if you want. And they're adding more to it all the time, and not crappy games. These are really good games on there. And I think Sony fans are a little pissy about that, because the only way that they can access anything close to this is game streaming, and it's not nearly as good with the pixelation and the input lag and stuff like that. So Game Pass is sort of like a download version of Netflix for games, and I think that works much better. Xbox Live in general, wow, Xbox Live has really come a long way, and it's really as good as I've ever seen it. There hasn't really been any downtime or anything like that. I think that, just that mixed in with the quality of the dedicated servers, you can go back and play Gears of War 3 online, Gears of War 2, Gears of War 1, Forza Motorsport 2. That's something to be said, right, for their infrastructure. They think ahead. Sony is shutting down servers for games that are a year old, 2 years old, 3 years old, right? Microsoft doesn't do that. So Xbox Live in general is a huge reason why Sony fans are completely jealous. And last but not least, and I could have went on and on with this, they get tired of being misled by Sony. If it's, hey, we're going to do this, or we're going to get you that, or hey, we're going to do this, here's some in-game footage. I'm sure people are really sick of being misled by Sony, but at the end of the day, as long as you keep falling for it, they're going to keep doing it. I'm very curious to hear what you guys think of my list. Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Crapgamer, out.